that a real cannon?
Yes, it is, dear.
Thank you for the hat on the dress.
You look really nice today. There it is. This is where your great-great-grandfather is buried. He served in the entire Civil War, went back to his hometown, opened a store, had 6 children. 6 children! And he lived till he was 90 years old. I promised my father, your great-grandfather, that I'd come back here someday. And here we are. I'm just ashamed it took so long.
Did you ever see him?
I'm not that old, dear.
Grandma?
Yes.
What was the Civil War about?
Well, let's find a place to sit down. I'll tell you a little story, and then we'll go look at the rest of the battlefield.
Oh, James. Is this really wise? Must you go?
Yes, Linda, I need to go. It just seems like the right thing to do. We've lost so many of the young men from our town already. There's a great need for leadership. We're so close. We're on the brink of winning this war. Yes, I need to go.
We'll be fine. We've had plenty of rain. James Jr. will be able to help us with the harvest. Beth's sons can help also. They're not old enough to join up yet, but they are a great help on the farm.
Well, I hope the war's over before they're old enough to join. Eric's, what, 11, and his brother Sean, 13?
Yes.
There are boys younger than that already in the regiment.
They had a letter from their father last week. He's in the state of Maryland, centrally, I don't know where.
Have you heard from your brother?
No. Last we heard, his cavalry unit was somewhere in central Virginia, but...
Ah, General Lee's army.
This war has divided families like never before.
Yes, it has. But I still pray for your brother's safety. The newspapers are saying that there might be a great battle coming soon. And if we lose this battle, we might lose the war.
That would mean I would have to go into another country. This country wouldn't be the same anymore. It's nothing like what we know. I'd have to enter another country to visit my brother and his family.
Mm-hmm.
What shall you read?
I believe I'll read Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. May the Lord deliver us from this trouble. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. I know. I'm going away for a little while. You take good care of the Linda and the children, all right? I know you will. All right, here's another one. Here. All right, just be glad you don't have to go. You know, you keep eating like that, you're going to get too fat. All right, you've been a good boy. Here. Got it? What a breakfast, huh? What a breakfast. Okay? That good, huh? Okay.
Good afternoon, Jane.
And the same to you, Anne.
Simon's leaving soon to join the regiment. He wanted to come to say goodbye.
Simon, please take care of yourself. And listen to what the veterans have to say. They've got a lot of experience.
I will, Miss Watson.
How old are you now? You've grown so tall.
I'm 18.
18! Where have the years gone?
I know.
I will pray for you that the Lord keeps you safe and watches over you.
It's going to be so hard for him not to be home, especially with his father being stationed in Tennessee.
These are hard days.
They sure are.
You know what? I just made some lemonade. Let's go have some glasses and we'll talk more.
Sounds wonderful.
Good evening, Private.
Good evening, Sergeant.
Have you seen anything in the area?
No, sir. Can't say I have.
What about the mooses?
Sergeant, there aren't any mooses in Pennsylvania.
You're right.
Probably saw your wife out in the woods again.
If I didn't know you from a tot, soldier, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yes, Sergeant.
Have you heard from your mother?
A couple of weeks ago, I got a letter from her. She's doing fine. Big brother is in the Navy. Haven't heard from him, but little brother Samuel, he's 9. I really hope he doesn't have to fight in this war.
My brother was killed at Sharpsburg.
Sorry to hear that.
Hey Joseph, I'm here to relieve you.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, what was up with Sergeant last night? Why was he wearing his old cavalry uniform?
Well, a couple of days ago, it was really cold. You remember? It was really cold. Well, he wanted to sleep a little close to the fire to get warm, and his uniform got caught on fire, so he's wearing his old cavalry uniform.
Hey, just between you and me, Sarge can't do cavalry anymore. He might break his horse.
Yeah, but he's a great guy. He's like an uncle to me. Hello.
Hey, Joe. Do you think we'll see any action today?
No, I don't hear any artillery.
That's good.
You get used to it, kid. So where are you from?
New Freedom. In Pennsylvania. You ever been there?
No, I can't say I have. I'm from New Jersey, actually. My grandpa fought at the Battle of Brandywine with General Washington.
President Washington?
President and General Washington. That was the year of 1777. September 11th to be exact. The Brits, they came up from Maryland. We lost. The army retreated down to Valley Forge. It was a bad winter. But at least it's summer now.
Yeah. It's really hot, too. It's just gonna get worse in August, though.
Yeah.
Why are you reading that?
Well, it has something to do with my personal relationship with God.
But God is invisible. How can you have a personal relationship with someone or something that's invisible?
Well, let me just start at this. He might be invisible, but look around you. Creation reflects the glory of God.
Never heard that before.
It truly is the greatest story ever told. You see, the Creator God, who is sinless and perfect, after He created you, He realized that you were full of sin. So what He did was He sent His Son, Jesus Christ, down to earth for you. The Son not only was God, but He was also perfect and sinless as well. And after He proclaimed the kingdom of heaven on earth, He took the crucifixion and He died for you. But this is good because 3 days later, He rose from the grave. Now, He demonstrated His authority over sin and death because of that. And one day, He will return, just like He promised.
I never heard that either. I mean, I went to church when I was younger, but all I remember doing is singing a bunch of songs. Morning, Sergeant.
Good morning, Private. Those beans were pretty bad last night.
Oh, I know.
Well, at least the coffee's a lot better.
Yeah, it is, but it still could be improved.
Well, we got a good campfire going.
Yeah, might need to put a little more wood on it in a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna go out soon.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do either of you have a pencil I could borrow?
Yeah, I think I got one in my bag back there.
Thank you.
No problem. Do you think General Meade will move us up to the front?
It's hard to say. Hard to say. You never know what Meade's going to do next.
I hope he doesn't. I don't want to get shot.
I guess no one does. It's part of war.
Yeah. Where do you think we can get more coffee?
It's good stuff.
Yeah. We've been in this miserable camp for weeks. We haven't even seen any reps. food is terrible. People are getting sick. This is not what I signed up for. I just want to go home. We should be allowed to have something to eat instead of that stupid hardtack. Fish! I got this one. Missed. I want something good to eat. Can't see it. Water's too muddy. It's gone.
Hey kid, that's not a rabbit, that's a bunny rabbit. And you missed! A Webble rabbit no less, probably from Bama.
Hey, it's better to be safe than to have regrets later.
Thanks.
Hey, what was so interesting about the dead Reb? I thought I saw you take something off the body.
I got this.
You shouldn't steal from the dead.
It wasn't stealing. It was dead.
See any rabbits down that barrel?
That's enough. Last time you were in action, you killed an innocent tree. You thought it was walking.
Alright, that's enough about the tree.
Don't worry about him.
My dearest wife, I do so regret having not been able to write to you until now. An advance party of Rebs came into this little town in the middle of nowhere. It's called Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. They weren't expecting to meet up with General Meade's army. The battle lines moved forward and backward, but we held our ground and won the battle. The place reeks of death. Our unit was in the reserves, and we only had minor casualties. The Confederate Army has now retreated back across the Potomac River, and we are performing sentry duty and watching out for stragglers and irregulars. A family of refugees came into the camp today. I talked to the father. He said he was trying to get to Philadelphia with his family and some of their neighbors. He told me he wanted to become a doctor. This war if waged successfully, will give freedom to many. I pray this war ends soon. It is misery for both sides. How are the children? It's been so long. I wonder if I will recognize them when I get home. The light is getting dim now. I must cease writing. Tell James Jr. to continue with his schooling, and Patricia and William to be good. I love you so much. Take care of yourself. Your loving husband, James. Written this 23rd day of July, in the year of our Lord, 1863.
I thought I heard something over there.
It's getting hot out. Are you sure it's safe to travel in the daytime?
I'm pretty sure. The Confederates are across the river. We just have to look out for stragglers and nervous Yanks.
We need to rely on divine providence.
I see a Yank camp down there. You stay here where it's safe. I'm gonna try and get some food.
Okay.
More refugees.
Sir, is there any food you can spare? We're trying to get away from the fighting.
Oh, yeah. Here's some.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was able to get some food.
Yeah, thank you, God.
They gave us enough for a few days.
Oh.
We should get moving.
Just stay there. Were you playing tenting tonight?
Yes, I was, sir.
Well, let's sing it.
We are tenting tonight on the old campground. Give us a song to cheer our weary hearts, a song of home and friends we love so dear. Many are the hearts that are weary tonight, waiting for the war to cease. Many are the hearts looking for the right to see the dawn of peace. Tenting tonight, tenting tonight, tenting on the old campground. We've been tenting tonight on the old campground, thinking of days gone by, of the loved ones at home looking for the ride to see the dawn of peace. Tenting tonight, tenting on the old campground.
Y'all want to cross the field?
Nah, that would leave us wide out in the open. Let's stay back here, concealed by the corn.
There are Yanks up there.
I ain't sure who it is.
I hear somebody up there. Must be Yanks.
Oh, they know.
Rebs up here?
I don't know, but there's a road up there.
Well, one thing's for sure. They aren't getting far in this mess.
I'm hit!
Where are you hit? Where are you hit?
Oh, my chest hurts. Joe, how bad is it? Am I gonna die?
You lucky dog. You're fine. You just hit your breastplate.
Come on.
Let's go. Take it off. You're fine.
I don't feel like it.
You're fine. Here. Have a souvenir. Wow.
Rebs! Joseph! He jumped right in front of me! Joseph! Joe! He's dead. Now I know what he meant when he said that Jesus died for me. I believe it now.
Mother, we got a letter from Joe.
Let's see. Let's see.
No. No, 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 no. 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 He's gone. Joe's gone. He died. Honey, he's gone. Your brother's gone. I'm so sorry, sweetie. He was such a good son and such a good brother to you. I can't believe he's taken in this war. But you know what? Right before he died, he saved another soldier's life. We have to be proud of him and remember all the good things he did. I can't believe he's gone. Oh, honey. Oh, I miss him so.
At ease. Private Smith, I want to give this to you.
What is it, sir?
It's Joseph's Bible. I think he'd want you to have it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that heareth say, Come. And let him that is athirst come. And whoever will, let him take the water of life freely.
Men, we've been through a lot together, but we've been fortunate. Some regiments have suffered heavy losses. Our casualties have been few. But today I want to remind you of our goal, freedom, and the cost for freedom. Every loss is a blow to us. And so on this Sabbath, I want to remind you of that cost. And I thought that I would read these words to you once again. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus so far nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. I wonder if this war will even be remembered a century from now.